Welcome back to another Endangered Stories. My name is Jason Bolanis, and I've got a question for you. What part of the West Island did you grow up in? No matter which town you grew up in, you probably had a great childhood. It just works that way here in the West Island somehow. There's a few bad eggs, but this video is not for them. If you did grow up in the West Island, was it Pointe Claire, or Dorval, or Baie d'Urfé, or St. Anne de Bellevue, or Pierrefonds, or Kirkland, or DDO? Or did you grow up in Beaconsfield? What about growing up as a kid in Beaconsfield during the Second World War? What kind of sacrifices did these kids have to make? What was not available to them? Here's a little snippet from my interview with Bernice from 3 years ago, where she talks about this, what they did, and the story starts with her bicycle. Enjoy.
As we got older, when I was in my teens, we had our bicycles, we could venture anywhere, everywhere and anywhere. We wanted a bicycle badly, but we couldn't have one because of the war. All the material for the bicycles were used for the war. Every year I can remember asking for a bicycle. We were like, you have to wait till the war is over. Of course, the war went on for 5-6 years, right? So finally the war was over, and I guess it was 2 or 3 years after. I can remember coming home from school. In those days they had Eaton's and Simpson's catalog, and my parents had ordered a bicycle through the catalog for my sister and I. And we came home from school, and my brother was walking ahead of us so fast. And anyway, he got home first to tell my mother that we're coming up the road, to be prepared. So they stood at the front door window to see us coming in, because we had a porch then like this, and the bicycles were put on the porch. And of course, when we opened the door and saw these bicycles, oh my God, it was one of the happiest days of my life. We were so excited. It was just wonderful. Then we could ride our bicycles down. We could go down to Pointe Claire Village. Now, Pointe Claire Village was our hangout. We did everything. They had a baseball team there. They had a movie house there, a movie theater there, and they had a little cafe. Do you know in Pointe Claire where the floral shop is, the Westmount Floral? That's where it was. It was in there. Sold hot dogs and hamburgers and soft drinks and things. And after the baseball game or that, everyone would go to we had a chip wagon in Pointe Claire Village. The best chips, French fries you could ever get. Oh, they were good. And we would always get it before we went to the baseball game. Get an opening of chips.
Where was the diamond at that time?
You know where the lawn bowling is? It's off Corche. That was the baseball diamond. Yeah, and we used to just go down, park our bicycles against the wall of the movie theater and go in the movies, and bicycles would be there and come home. No such thing as locking them up or anything. In those days, but your bicycle had a light in the front, a light in the back, had to have a license. Very important to have a license. And you had to have a bell. And they were made of metal. I don't know whether it was steel or what, but they were so heavy because they were 28-inch wheels. They were big bikes. Just after we got our bikes, we used them to go down to the lake to swim, because the swimming there was clean. The water was clean. And we would go down the end of the street here, over the railroad tracks, and between the railroad track, the CN and the CP, it's a very deep ditch. And we used to put these big heavy bicycles down that, push them up the other side, and I don't know how I did it.
Great, you made it to the end of the video. I very much appreciate that. I wanted to remind everyone still watching that there is a PayPal link in the description below if you want to send a donation to support this channel and support my efforts to continue to create this content as much as I can. I can only do it really through your support. So PayPal link in the description. Any donation will be very much appreciated. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next one.